First, you start out on the Touhou Patch Center website, thpatch.net, and click this download button. It will then take you to the download page, where you then click this button. You will then download a thgrab.zip, which you should find right here. And I'm simply going to extract this to the desktop. Now that we have thgrab downloaded and extracted, we simply run thgrab configure.exe. And we basically just follow what it tells us to do. So here we are meant to select what language we want our game in, but this doesn't just provide language translation patches, but also other types of mods that change things other than the language of your game. But for this video, I will just select the English language patch. After you've selected your translation patch or other mod, you are still on this screen and you can add more mods. And once you click next, it means that you have chosen all the mods you want. And once you have selected all of the patches you want, you have created something known as a patch configuration. And here you can type in the name for that configuration, but you also get a default one. And we have now reached this screen. If we click on next, we tell thgrab which folder it should start in when searching for Touhou games. So for example, if we start at the desktop, thgrab will look into this folder, and it will also look here and find all of these Touhou games. For now, I will just tell it to start searching in my th12 folder. thgrab can even find multiple copies of the same game if you have that. For example, here I have 4 versions of th15, but here it didn't find multiple versions of th12, it just found that I have vpatch installed for it, so it gives me the option to use it right here. It is asking me to create shortcuts, and these shortcuts you can double click on in order to launch your game with thgrab, but you don't have to create them, and if you don't create them, there is still a way to run your games with thgrab. I'm going to create the shortcuts, and now it's downloading the English patch files for th12, and it's already done. We now have a shortcut in our thgrab folder called th12, which will launch the game in English. And we can also launch the game's configuration utility in English with the th12 custom shortcut. Now, let's launch thgrab configure again. I will not go through it like before, I will simply point out the differences to running it the first time. So, it sees that I already have a games list with games in it, and I can either decide to completely throw it away and make a new one, or I can add things to it or just not touch it at all. I am going to add something to it, and I'll just go into my th18 folder. And it is detecting multiple versions of th18. I'm just gonna select the version 2. And now I have added things to my games list, and it is prompting me again to create shortcuts. So if you didn't create shortcuts the first time, this is how you can get them. These shortcuts can also be moved wherever you want. So this will still work. Do note, however, that neither thgrab nor your games can be moved, just your shortcuts. The following section is a bit more advanced. You can stop watching now if you want. So, what do you do if you didn't create these shortcuts? Well, first, you click on this bar at the top and simply type in CMD. It will open a black box into which we will type something in later. What it is that we will type in is revealed if we go into the config folder. Here you see a file that's the same name as the configuration name we specified earlier, .js. If we open it, that's a list of all the patches that this configuration has. If we open up games.js, it's all the games that we found in the configuration step, which is th12 with vpatch and its custom.exe. Remember how I mentioned that your games can't be moved? By editing this file, you can. So, how is this useful? Well, to use thgrep without the shortcuts, you first type thgrep loader. After that, you want to specify which configuration you want to use. This would be en.js. Don't worry about config.js, it is not a patch configuration. And next, we specify a game recorded in games.js. I want to launch th12. And there it is. But as it turns out, there is even more you can do. You don't actually have to limit yourself to just games recorded here. You can also type thgrep underscore loader, then the name of your configuration, which is en.js in this case, and then find a random Touhou game and drag it into the black box and press enter. It is now downloading the patch files for th15, and in a few moments it should launch it like that. If you want, you can even add stuff to games.js. But when you do that, make sure that only the last line does not have a comma. The other lines must have a comma. Otherwise, this will fail.